Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahawashi, Bahasham, Barakahakwadash, Barakatum. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. This is the brother Ra'aya with another video, and I'm going to start it off in Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe or destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And that devil or deceiver is speaking of these Edomites, or so-called white people, more specifically their elites, such as the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Gettys, Merovingians, you name it. And as it says, this devil's about to come down in great wrath because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. These elites understand that we're living in the last days. They see that the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, more specifically the elect, are waking up and calling on their power, Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi, and they also see the prophets of the Most High, the men of the Lord, chiefly through GMS or Great Millstone, as well as the brothers that come in the spirit of Great Millstone, out on the highways and byways preaching this word, as well as putting up video epistles on the internet. And they do understand the scriptures. They know that when Israel wakes up and when the prophets are out prophesying, whatever kingdom that's ruling at the time is going to come to an end. And they know also that they're the biblical Edomites, and what the fate of the Edomites are after they're taken out of power, 1,000 years of hardcore bondage and slavery before their permanent culling from this planet by fire. So these elites of the Edomites are about to pull out all the stops to establish their NW0, the GREAT, the Fourth Industrial Revolution. And the main pillar of it is to get as many people as they can to take the Charagma, the MARKOFTHEBEAST in Revelation chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he, that he again being the elites, causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a MARK, the Charagma, in their right hand or in their foreheads. And the Charagma is the RFID/NFC MICROCHIPIMPLANT. Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, get a job, travel abroad, or do anything, save he that had the Charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. They are rolling out the Charagma right now in places here and there, such as in Sweden, where if you get the Charagma, you can have your C-19 jump shot information on it. You've got a company, I believe from Belgium, that's called Walletmore, that deals with Charagma implants and things here and there. But there will come a time where the Charagma will be mandatorily implemented. And not only will you not be able to do anything in society without it, but you will be faced with being put to death for not taking the Charagma. As it says up in verse 15, and he, again the elites, had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And the image of the beast are the financial, political, and military aspects of this beast system that we're currently living in. The last leg of the fourth beast in Daniel chapter 2, those iron toes mixed with miry clay, the reincarnated Roman Empire, the NATO-EU alliance that the US is a part of. And a major aspect of the image of the beast is the Charagma, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Hey, we're coming into some very serious times, Akim, but by now you should know not to take the Charagma, whatever your lot may be. If it's your lot to be a martyr for not taking the Charagma and as a testimony to Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi, then so be it. You're going to be an automatic elect on the chariots in the new spiritual body with Yahawashi, waiting to come and save the rest of the elect. And you're going to have that eternal memorial as the one that didn't give in to Esau Edom's system or receive this Charagma, but stood firm to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. But to you Israelites that do get weak and receive Esau's charagma, not only are you not of that elect, but you will be destroyed, and you'll also have an eternal memorial as to being weak and not standing with your power, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, but standing with his creation, Esau Edom. That's shame. This is Revelation chapter 14, verses 9 to 10. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his charagma in his forehead or in his hand, it doesn't say right or left here. You can get the charagma in your right hand, your left hand, in your thigh, anywhere. If you receive it, that's your automatic death sentence. And of course, with the forehead, you've got Elon Musk's Neuralink out there, as well as another company called Synchron, working with brain computer implants. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, getting burned up by one of those nuclear missiles when they begin to be shot to the ends of the earth shortly after the mandatory implementation of the charagma, as well as getting hit by that concentrated heat, or those so-called laser beams from the chariots of the Most High, which people ignorantly referred to as UFOs, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, whom the world ignorantly refers to as so-called Jesus Christ. But I opened up the video with these verses to preface an article from activistpost.com just to show how close we're getting to the mandatory implementation of the charagma. And the title reads, World Economic Forum suggests there are rational reasons to charagma your child, point blank period, back in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, children, adults, young and old, rich and poor, free and bond, everybody and every facet of society to receive that charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. And they're just coming out with it now because, again, this devil knoweth that he hath but a short time to establish his NW0. The latest highly controversial technology/policy that the WEF has set out to normalize is the idea of implanting tracking charagmas into humans. It wasn't long ago that those speculating on a future where this is happening would get dismissed as conspiracy theorists. But now the world elites, that he that causeth all, most vocal outlet is predicting that charagma implants will eventually become just a commodity. And the WEF makes a case that implanting charagmas into children could be viewed by parents as a solid, rational move. All of this crops up in a blog post on the organization's website dedicated to the future of augmented reality, AR, and what is referred to as an augmented society. And what do you have Mark Zuckerberg and formerly Facebook pushing Meta, the metaverse, which deals with augmented reality. And what's interesting is when we go back to Revelation 13 verse 16 in the Strongs, and we go to that word forehead, see what it is.
Strong's G 3359, metopon.
Metopon. Let's go to the root word.
Strong's G 3326, meta.
Meta. Think about it. Metaverse. Like in many of the WEF's other takes on the future of various types of technology, the emphasis is put on inserting the right, i.e. its own vision, in the direction these should be developing, with the inevitable mention of undefined society stakeholders who will hold the key to the ethics issue of it all. The WEF is talking up the allegedly broad usefulness of AR, augmented reality, going forward in fields such as healthcare, education, and professional settings. Hey, pretty much every facet of society, which, when the Charagma is mandatorily implemented, you won't be able to do anything without it, that they may neither buy nor sell, get a job, travel abroad, etc., with the underpinning notion of providing guidelines as to how to ethically regulate this vast potential power, and therefore, when all's said and done, control it. The WEF calls AR and similar tech transformative, but in need of the right support, vision, and audacity. Once again, it isn't at all clear why audacity is thrown in, unless it is a euphemism to sell some pretty outrageous visions that the WEF is expressing, such as replacing drugs with brain implants, Synchron, Neuralink, that will manipulate the body with electrical pulses and pairing all sorts of charagmas put into humans through surgery with sensors one might find in a chair. And so, with the human and the chair seamlessly integrated, the quality of life across the board shoots up, the Davos-based group promises. As scary as charagma implants may sound, they form part of a natural evolution that wearables once underwent. Hearing aids or glasses no longer carry a stigma, the blog post reads. They are accessories and are even considered a fashion item. Likewise, implants will evolve into a commodity, but critics of these trends say their opposition has nothing to do with stigmas, rather with serious concerns about civil rights, privacy, and the very concept of human autonomy, which they have every right to be concerned about, because when this charagma is mandatorily implemented, and to those that receive it, and your biometrics will be tracked, all your purchases will be tracked, your movements in society, everything, you'll be a complete and total cattle going to these elites. And if you don't want to go along with the system, they'll simply turn off your charagma and starve you out. But that's it with this article. But hey, while these things may sound terrifying, and we are coming into some terrifying times, rejoice, Akim. This just goes to show how close our salvation is and how close the end of this current age of the rulership of the heathen nations, chiefly of the Edomites, is. I'm going to close it out in Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, spiritual sleep, being fully on board with Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, watching the news and reading the scriptures and seeing that all these end times prophecies are taking place right before our very eyes, and doing everything you can to stay in the good graces of your power, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, so you'll be saved from these calamities of Jacob's trouble, that hour of temptation which is quickly coming. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. And when we see articles like that on activistpost.com, we clearly see how close our salvation is. And we also can't forget Executive Order 14067, which is said to go into effect on December 13th, which deals with the U.S. government more speedily implementing CBDCs, or central bank digital currencies, a digital dollar, into society. And these CBDCs are just stepping stones towards the charagma. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, the ways of this world, the carnal ways, and let us put on the armor of light, the ways of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the ways of the laws, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures, the ways of the Spirit. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, being in the house of mourning and not in the house of mirth, being taken by the cares and the affairs of this life, which, hey, there's some times when you'll go out for a drink or, go to a little event or something like that, but now isn't the time to be fully engulfed in it. These things are quickly coming to an end. All these economies and their governments across the planet are speaking of recession fears. New pestilences are popping up. More jobs are laying off people. Talks of famines, food shortages, mega droughts, all that. This society is about to go into complete upheaval which are ultimately the judgments of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. But as it says in Isaiah 33 verse 6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability in these times. As long as we stay firm to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, we'll have the understanding of these scriptures to get us through it, and Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai putting that protective hedge over us to save us from these times of Jacob's trouble. But put ye on the Lord, Yahweh Shai Hamashayak, and make no provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. Point blank, period. So that's it with this article. And with this article, I hope you sincere Akim and Akwath are edified. Just keep strong. We're almost out of this final wicked captivity of the heathen nations, chiefly of the Edomites. And as always, I'm going to say Abad Babal, Kwam Yasharala, and until next time, Shalom.